Drunken Bear. Welcome to the Drunken Bear.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hello. I'm feeling a bit sick. Yeah. I think I got a flu during this weekend and it's really killing me. But I've got my tea again. Tea for me, and I've got Korean snack. This one is called 눈에 띄네.
Last week we gave you a video about weird things in Korea compared to Australia, kind of thing. And we're gonna flip that around and do the opposite side.
Weird things in Korea, but fine in Australia. It's absolutely based on my experience, and I see these things quite hilarious, to be honest, and I find it quite strange. But maybe you may find that it's not at all, it's normal. Yeah, it's okay, we can have a different culture difference.
The first thing we're going to talk about is activewear, leggings, all that kind of thing, which is quite popular in Australia.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is a lot of Australian girls especially, they love running, and you see a lot of them also are wearing sports kind of wear.
Sportswear.
And I thought they do it because they love exercise, but then realized some people just do it just
to look like a fit.
To look like a fit. Yeah, last time we went to a supermarket and he found a girl who was wearing completely sportswear and then buying heaps of like Tim Tam and everything. I mean, it might be for someone else, we never know the background story.
Australian guys also do wear like kind of sporty kind of clothing, but it seems to be quite a big fashion trend here for girls to wear activewear. So leggings, just that's it. No, nothing else but leggings.
Anyway, next one is dog care. So dog care, what I mean by it is that Australians love dogs, which I really respect, but also they sometimes care dogs like more than they should, I think, because like there is a dog spa and like dog bed, dog like dog toys, like loads of stuff that you've never heard
Pet
of.
supplies is pretty big here, and the funny thing is, like in Korea you have dog cafes, and here you got dog cafes too, but the difference is over there a dog cafe is dogs inside the cafe. But here, dog cafes are cafes that are serving for dogs.
Yeah.
So dogs have their cappuccino, but like their twisted dog version of a cappuccino. Dogs get served like their little treats, everything. So they literally have a cafe to serve dogs, which is hilarious.
It's so funny.
It's cool.
I really like they love dogs and they want to give the best life to dogs. Well, it's a good thing, you know.
So the other really weird thing about if you were living in Korea would be if you had heaps of alcohol, heaps of drinking and zero food. But that is not weird at all here in Australia. In fact, there's even a saying that people say eating is cheating. That's like a pretty common thing to say among friends. So yeah, when people go out drinking alcohol, they don't really think about food. It's an absolute afterthought. They go out for drinks. Maybe what they'll do is they'll have a kebab afterwards, or they'll eat something afterwards, Macca's, whatever, or before maybe have dinner. But while you're drinking, you don't usually eat. It's usually a before or after thing, but it's never usually a during thing. So that's quite weird. That I think that would be for Koreans.
Yeah, I thought it's really weird because people eat during drinking alcohol usually for the main reason not to feel sick, because also you would get very like drunk so quick, and you know you would have a terrible hangover. Whenever I was invited to his friend's party in the beginning of this relationship, I always ask, is there gonna be food? Because it's about 7 o'clock and I was like, should we eat before? Or like, is there gonna be food? And he's like, I don't know! Like, what am I supposed to know? I was like, that's the massive question. I have to ask because I want to prepare, and
Yeah.
food is just a thing that you always have to have.
Yeah. In most house parties that I've gone to, they might have some snack food, tiny little bits and bags of chips, but it's not a big thing. It's just not a big thing
Yeah.
to have to serve people food at a party. It's drinks.
Yeah, drinks.
Another thing which would be considered weird in Australia is the way that our trains are configured. So the chair situation on the public transport, which is quite, I never really thought about it, but it's quite weird because the chairs are facing each other. So you have complete strangers that are literally knee to knee. And it's not much room too. So I guess that would be quite weird if you're from a country like in Korea. The train system, it's like the US or like in Britain where it's on the side of the train, the chairs come out. So yeah, it is kind of odd actually, the Australians train seating.
Yeah,
Pretty
so
weird.
you have to see other people, like
It can be quite awkward.
feel awkward every time. But I got used to it now, but in the beginning I was like, it's really awkward.
And even getting out of the train can be, even on a fairly empty train, getting out of the train's a bit more trickier because you're having to sometimes tell people to get up. You're like, oh sorry, this is my stop. You have
Not
to-
even, I think getting off, even taking a seat sometimes feels awkward. Because like, let's say there are 3 seats in front, 3 seats in the opposite, and 5 seats are taken. So there's 1 seat in the like corner, and I'm trying to take it, and it just feels weird because you gotta kind of like, oh excuse me, and then you squeeze in.
You gotta squeeze into like a big crowd of
take a
people.
seat, and yeah, you know, that's like a big
Yeah.
thing.
Because that's also a very common thing on trains in Melbourne, is that people will take the nearest seats there. So you'll have 6 seats, but people will take like straight away the ones in the aisle, and they'll leave the ones on the window seat completely empty because they don't want to be trapped there, really. Another thing that would be quite weird in Korea, but it's absolutely very common in Australia, is cash out. So that's something I never really thought about as not being an option, but yeah, in Korea, like at the service counter, there's no cash out.
Yeah, I've never seen someone is doing it, and even I've never done it. In Korea, you can pay everything with a card, so you don't really need cash. But you still need some cash if you want to budget, or you know, if you want to do something different. But mainly you only have a card, so no one really does cash out much. But when they do it in ATM or in a bank, but never do it like from the shop. I've never seen it. Cash out is another thing.
And they don't have self-service there either.
Self-service. Also in Australia, they've got a lot of self-service machines. So if you don't want to wait for the counter to pay, then you can go into self-service and you barcode everything
Yeah, you
by
do it all
yourself.
yourself. Yeah.
But in Korea, it's not at all. Like, I've never seen self-service machines. Maybe there are now. I haven't been in Korea for 5 years, so maybe now, maybe.
So
But it's really not common. Also, it gives you a lot of trust on customers, so I reckon it's not really common.
So if you're living in Korea now, let us know if there's any self-service counters now. Has it changed? Is there anywhere you can find a self-service counter in Korea? That'd be interesting to know.
Yeah. Speaking of supermarket, I also want to say that in Korea it's banned to use plastic bags. They don't give plastic bags. So if you wanna buy a bag, you should buy the paper bag. So they don't allow you to sell plastic bag because
really
it's
good.
bad for environment.
That's really good.
But in Australia, they still have a lot of plastic bags.
So many plastic bags.
And plus, I always thought the grey color of plastic bag is weird.
The grey colour.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks a bit, I don't know,
What?
shabby.
Yeah, it looks really shabby.
Okay, well, we've got a funny one for the end one. It's a bit weird. It's an observation that we've made. In Korea, it'd be pretty weird to find a teenager with long hair.
Yes, yes.
Like a guy, teenager with long hair.
Yeah. Yeah, it is really rare to see any guys, I mean, especially teenagers who have long hair, as in like this length of my hair. So usually they have hair length
Like mine?
restriction in Korean schools. Yeah, like yours. Like for guys, it's like 2 or 3 centimeters or something. And yeah, my brother, he was in a school that is so strict, so he had to almost shave everything. But yeah, and even girls have it too. In girls' school, they have like 10 centimeters from the ear or something like that.
Yeah, I remember in my school, the guys had a restriction of past your shoulder. You couldn't have past your shoulder. Yeah.
Guy!
Yeah.
That's still a lot!
That's still a lot? Yeah.
That's still a lot.
So actually I've found, like especially recently in Melbourne, there's a lot of guy teens with long hair.
Yeah.
Fairly long hair.
I
very
like it.
hippie, 70s rock style.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, like when they have long hair, it looks cool. But yeah, unfortunately it's not allowed. And even having long hair as a guy is not really common. It used to be, like I think about 5 years ago, it was kind of a trend for a sec. They say it Jesus style.
Jesus style.
Yeah, but then I don't think now people care. And yeah, so it's not really common to see guys with a long hair. And as a teenager, definitely no.
So if you're interested in any of these topics at all, leave a comment down below. And also click the like button if you like the video and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, so thank you for watching as always and see you guys. Bye!
Bye guys, bye.